blessing. He can love me. You can hate me. That Papa God will do the blessing when you take it from me. Oh no, that God will suck it for you too. Me I'm not fighting when you slap it from me. That God will slap it for you too. Clip on money, go. I say, move from here. Cheche pole, move from here. Move from here. Sake pane, move from here. Move from here. Come around and move from here. Look at it. Look at it. All the cheche pole them. Look at it.
So it's still about
All the cheche pole them. Look at it. Look at it. Cheche pole them. Look at it. They want me to go. They can make it. They can make it. They can make it. They can make it. Oh yeah yeah yeah. They can make it. They can make it. Oh yeah yeah yeah. They can make it. Yeah yeah. They can make it. Oh yeah yeah yeah. Oh na na. The grab on the beat. Nadia. Why you want to bring me down?
Taxes that we file.
And you know you can't bring me down.
So even if you file your taxes,
no.
you can stay.
No.
She's telling me that you can still get some money. And there's still money available. I think we
when I need oil, where you
left. So
when I
please sit
feel
back,
need, I will
relax,
hurt.
and let's have
When
a
I
walk.
cry, I will eat.
Everything with us.
You swear, Papa.
So
Now your hair working, Papa. I said that your hair working, Papa. All the cheche pole them, look at them. Oh na na, look at them. All the cheche pole them, look at them. They want me to go. All the cheche pole them, look at them. Oh na na, look at them. Cheche pole them, look at them. Oh Lord, they want me to go. They can make it, they can make it. Oh yeah, they can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. They can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. They can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. 1 2 step, DJ 1 2 step, let's go. 1 2 step, DJ 1 2 step, 1 2 step, DJ 1 2 step, 1 2 step, DJ 1 2 step.
I go by the name of DJ Daddy Rex, y'all. One of LIB finest, the legend. No, I make people move like this. Right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. You know we do a little something back home like this, y'all. Clutch it, leave my foot. Clutch it, leave my foot. This is a party song, y'all.
All the cheche pole them, look at them. Oh na na, look at them. Cheche pole them, look at them. Oh Lord, they want me to go. All the cheche pole them, look at them. Oh na na, look at them. Cheche pole them, look at them. Oh Lord, they want me to go. They can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. They can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. They can make it, yeah. They can make it, oh yeah. They can make it, yeah. They can make it.
Or you lose it. Now, who wouldn't want free money? I want free money. So let's go. So this is called a child tax credit. How do you get it? You have to file your federal income taxes. Now, people are gonna be like, well, I didn't work.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I want you to go into that. Some people filed the taxes already.
Mm-hmm.
Some haven't filed the taxes yet.
Mm-hmm.
Some didn't work because of the pandemic and all of that. So how do they get qualified and how can they benefit from what you're talking about?
Okay. You don't have to have worked last year to claim these funds. These funds are for our children. So, there's been a lot of misinformation out there, like, oh, you have to pay back, oh, you don't qualify because you're not working. That is not true. As long as your child has a social security number, your child can get these funds. If you don't have a social security, like if you don't normally file, you can still get an ITIN number.
Okay, let me put the flyer up so they can see what you're talking about. So if you look on the flyers, you will see they have the social security number or RTIN number, right?
Yes.
And they have the children's social security number and bank account. Can you explain about that?
Okay. So, because they want to make sure that these funds specifically go to you. So your child, when every child is born, they have a social security number. That's the social security number that you're going to use to like claim these funds for your children. If you don't have a social security number for the child, you have to like claim that number. You have to go to an office. We have 2 organizations that are actually helping out with that. We have SEBA.
SEBA.
Yes, can you put that up on?
Yes,
It's on the 3rd.
Okay, SEBA. I'm gonna put that up. I'm gonna see if I can write that down and put it up on the website, and I'm gonna put it up on the Facebook and put it in a different chat, group chat that we have. So just continue talking, and I was what I
That
can get that.
ITIN, the reason why I'm really stressing that out is because you can only claim that by April the 18th. That is something that we just learned of last week.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying, you know, if you don't have a social security number, please try to get an ITIN number, because
Okay.
that is what's going to help you to claim these funds. You
So
know,
how do you obtain that number?
that's the place that I was saying. The
Okay.
SEBA.
So SEBA. Let me see it. Let me see. Okay. Oh, so it's on the flyer too.
Right, it is
Okay,
on
so
the flyer. It's on the
okay.
3rd flyer.
Okay, so it's on. Let me see. SEBA. All right. Okay, so it's on the 10th flyer. So it's I want to put it in front there so they can see it, because I didn't put this on there. So it's on
Okay.
the. You see on the 3rd. Where is
You
it?
see SEBA?
Yeah, you can hold it up like this.
Right
for
here.
them. Yeah.
This is SEBA right here.
Okay. Yeah,
So
just seeing
it's-
it. Yeah.
They have, it's spelled CE.
So if you're watching, I'm zooming in. I think you can see it's CERBA. Apply for RTIN. I see it.
Right.
Yeah.
They have a phone number.
Okay. The phone number is there. They're seeing
Right.
the phone number too.
Okay.
Okay.
So 215, let me just call it out
Yeah.
in case they want to
Yeah.
write it down.
Yeah.
215
Yeah.
634 7242. That's for SEBA if you have to apply for an ITIN number.
Yeah.
And you want to do that this week. It's imperative that you do that as soon as possible.
Okay. All right.
So,
Okay. Back to that. Now, can it go? Those that already apply, that already filed the taxes, and they can go back to whosoever that filed the taxes.
and do a tax amendment.
That's what I wanted you to talk
Right.
about.
So if you've already filed for your taxes, you can do a tax amendment so that you can get these funds for your children. It's not any funds that you have to pay back. So it is whatever you want to do, whether you want to buy clothes for your kids, you want to buy a computer for your child, you want to buy food on the table. Who doesn't want more food? I
Yeah.
love food.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just your funds to do as you please, just to take care of your children. This is what the president gave to all kids. Now, people are going to be like, I didn't work. So what are the income limits? All Philadelphia families, almost all, are eligible to receive the CTC, which is the child tax credit. If I start saying CTC, that's what it means, child tax credit. Even if you earned nothing last year, you are still qualified to claim these funds.
Okay. Now let me ask you. There was monies that were given back and during the pandemic, and they were actually giving $250, I think, for a child for
Right.
food and stuff like
Right.
that. I know I did my taxes,
Okay.
and there's a little letter that came
Right.
to me,
Right.
and the guy that did my taxes, he actually subtracted the money from out of my taxes. So is it the same thing here? That's the same thing?
Yes.
that's the same money that's coming?
Yes, it is, because
Okay.
it was supposed to have been done for a whole complete year.
All right.
But the federal government released 6 months worth of that. So if you multiply 250 times 6, you're going to get 1,500.
Okay.
1,500 times 2 will be 3,000 for each child. If you had a child that's from 0 to 5 years, it's going to get $300 each month. 300 times 6 is 1,800. 1,800 times 2 is 3,600. So that means that each child has another 6 months left that has to be claimed.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
can you clarify on the individual identification number?
Right, I did do that.
Okay, so it's as a result of the Internal Revenue Code 6109.
Okay.
That was,
What, the ITIN number?
yes,
Yeah.
it's a revision to Internal Revenue Code 6109,
Okay.
created for the purpose of issuing an IRS individual tax identification number. That is the meaning of individual tax identification number.
Taxpayer identification number. Right.
To individuals who requires a taxpayer identification number for federal tax purposes, but who do not qualify for a social security number.
Right.
So,
All right.
And that is why they have to go to SEBA to apply for it, because SEBA is
they
like,
do not qualify for social security.
right,
so
right. You
that's
have
why-
to get an ITIN number, which is that individual taxpayer identification number.
Okay.
Right,
All right. That's why you were trying to clarify, right?
right.
Okay. So I will have you coming a little bit. Let's sit right here. I'll have you come a little bit and so you can
He
go
can
over that.
actually come in now.
Yeah, I can have it from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can sit right here if
Okay.
you can. Because this is very important for the public.
Oh, just leave it there. I think I don't know why. Or else you're going to stay here for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Oh, you can sit right
Back our office.
Sit right there. All right. So, now you were talking about how they can go about applying, and you were giving some. I know you showed me some specific places that you said is going to be free.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about that? But before you go on, let me have him talk a little bit about what he was just talking about. If you can reiterate on what you were saying just now.
Okay, so Ms. Olobajo made mention of the individual identification tax number, which is the ITIN, which is the individual tax identification number. So this number is as a result of Code 6109, which is a revision within the Internal Revenue organization that was created to give an opportunity to people who do not qualify for social security opportunities but want to file for just tax purposes. It's just for tax purposes.
Okay.
Yeah, so they give them this number. So that is the benefit of also the child tax credit, because you have to apply for this ITIN number, and when it is given to you, then you can use this to file. So if you have a child, you are undocumented,
Yeah.
but you have this child, you can file and claim the credit.
Okay.
So the child already has a social security, but you don't have a social security, you are not qualified. But you can apply through these two organizations who have asked experts to do the SEBA.
They're not going to catch you, or they're not going to, because if you're undocumented and you're going to go apply,
No.
there's not going to be no question that,
No.
are you
No.
legal and stuff like that.
That is why
Okay.
we give you the resources to people who have the know-how, who have the experts in the. It's not about asking you about your immigration status.
Okay.
This is a code
this is a code that is reversed. It's called code 6109,
Okay.
which is created by the IRS and to make people who are not eligible, they already don't have social security.
Yeah.
But for tax purposes,
Okay.
because we have different types of, tax identification. We have the EIN, which
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
employee
Employee, yeah.
identification number. So you have the individual. For this now, for the purpose of tax purposes, we have the individual, which is the individual tax identification number for people who do not qualify for social security,
Okay.
so that they'll be able to. If some people, they are undocumented, but they
Yeah.
have 3 kids,
Yeah, 3
4
kids.
kids,
And that's a serious problem.
and there's a serious
And
problem
you have
in the
money just
community.
sitting somewhere and
And
That
and
will
it's
help.
money that is, and this money is really tax free,
yeah.
but it is also it is also money that is already being paid in advance.
Right.
But because of the myth, the confusion that people are saying this money is tax, we have been in the communities, several communities. We have been to Rising Sun
Yeah.
in the Northeast.
Yeah.
We have been to Frankfurt.
Okay.
We have been to Germantown.
Yeah.
And those people who are immigrants, especially the year breeders, immigrants from West Africa and the Caribbean,
Yeah.
some did not get the right information. So as a result of that, some did not even file their tax.
Yeah.
And imagine it's very close to the 18th, which is the deadline to file your tax.
Now the deadline is we got a week?
With the deadline from today is the 11th. So we
No.
have like 7 days.
7 days.
To the deadline.
April
So if
18.
April 18 is the federal deadline to file your tax.
Okay, so I would say this to the audience watching. This is very important because we got a week. And I hear you talking about Rising Sun and all the other places. We got a lot of Liberians that live in those areas. And it's good that's what you see. It's important that we African collaborate with us.
Yes.
Because we able to give the information. Everybody can be here to hear what you're saying,
Right.
but they can watch and hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
So this is very important. So I'm trying to see if I can urge everybody to. We have the number on the stream. It's 215-600-9275. If you're out there and you have any question, it's good for you to call right now and ask your question, and let them give you some information, because what they're saying is very, very credible. So you can be get some money even if you non-documented.
Well, the challenge is we have been very, very upfront because we know the challenges in our communities.
Yes.
We are always busy working, and sometimes we have a challenge in seeking for resources and the real information. Sometimes we rely on Facebook information.
Yeah.
Sometimes we rely on mouth-to-mouth information.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that all those type of information we get in are credible.
Yeah.
So we are not tax experts, but we have got some basic training about the child tax credit
Good.
that we feel comfortable telling our immigrant families
Yeah.
about how they go about filing their taxes,
Yeah.
and what they can do to get that money, because at the end of the day, the tax they are giving back is our own tax that we are putting in. So you cannot just sit and relax and you don't get it. You have to fight for it, and that is the job we are doing. We have been engaging in calling some of our beneficiary people that we have served in this organization, which is AFRICOM. We reach them online, we call them by phone, we
Yeah.
work to the community. We have engaged the Woodland Avenue community.
Yeah.
We have gone to the Northeast.
Yeah.
So we are doing a pretty good job on reaching our immigrant families, so that they can be able to take this opportunity. 18th April is the deadline. If you don't file your taxes, then you have to do what we call an extended amendment tax.
Amendment.
And when you do that amendment, you'll not be able to, because all the website for the IRS is closed,
It's closed.
on the 18th.
Okay, let me come in. Let me hold you right there, and let me come in. If you look on the flyer, you see at the bottom it's called AFRICOM.
AFRICOM.
Yeah,
it's
AFRICOM.
Mhm.
Africa.
The
Now, this,
coalition of African and Caribbean communities.
okay, so the folks I'm sitting in here, I got the beautiful lady you saw is from Nigeria, and the gentleman speaking is from
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. So you see how beautiful it is. And I'm from Liberia. So when they talk about the coalition of Africans, this is what we're talking about. This is like a melting pot.
Yes, it is.
You have everybody coming together,
We
making
just
sure
need
that
jollof rice
our
now.
immigrant community benefit from anything that's going on in the U.S., especially in the Pennsylvania, right?
Yes,
In Pennsylvania.
yes.
So if you look at the flyer, you look to the bottom, you want to get involved. If you're connected to LRTN, follow us. I'm gonna have the lady to give you the address, the place, the office is located. Give the location, and you can expand a little bit on some of the work. I know you're doing just the tax credit, but there's some other work that we're going to be working with. Some other information that folks need to know about in the community. You're talking about the history. He's talking about the Northeast. We got
We've gone to
huge.
North
Okay,
Philly
do you
as well.
do you guys have a office in the Northeast?
Well,
We
yeah.
are trying,
Trying to?
expand.
Okay, now the
yes.
beautiful thing about this, I want to talk to Dr. Eric about this. We have an office.
Okay,
So if there's any way we can work together, you guys can use our place.
we would love
We can work
that.
something out.
Absolutely.
Where you can
Bingo.
come up. We already have an office.
Okay.
You can come there, and if it be certain days you want to come in, you let us know. We can do that because
Okay.
that's what we're here for, to make sure we promote our community. Everybody
Exactly.
get the information. So
Right.
give the address here,
Okay.
and you can expand a little bit on.
So AFRICOM is located on 6328 Paschal Avenue in Philadelphia, PA.
Okay.
Zip code 19142. Our phone number 215-600-9275. You can call, you leave a message, you can text. We'll reach out to you. We are constantly working on so many things. Just like Mr. Issa said, Mr. Issa Karoma. We are doing this child tax credit, reaching out into the grassroots and everything, just to tell our people what is available to us. Like Mr. Anderson, you came and you said you did your taxes,
Yeah.
but so there is still a but that we have to iron out.
Yeah.
So now, we want to talk about the income limits for the CTC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about that before we go into the other things.
Okay.
Let's still keep on to this child
Yeah.
tax
Yeah.
credit.
We got to do that. It's important.
So, if you are single and your
Alright.
income is from zero to 75, check on this other. Where's the other paper I
I
gave you?
think it's here, right? Oh, I got it here.
No, no.
I got it here.
Okay. 0 to 75,000. Okay. Qualify. If you are single and you file
have
taxes
that, right?
as the head of household,
Okay.
and your income is from 0 to 112,000. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you are married and your combined income is from 0 to $150,000, these are the qualifications that can qualify you for filing for these child tax credit.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see that.
You see that?
Yeah,
Okay,
75, 0 to 75,
Mm-hmm.
or 0 to 112,500.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and 0 to 150.
If you're married,
You're married.
filing jointly.
Okay.
Right.
Fine, John. Now, if you're not filing jointly, what happened? You stay. Well, if you're not filing jointly,
Only one person
One
can.
person.
Right.
yeah.
Only one person can
Uh-huh.
claim the kids.
Yes.
Because
yeah,
we have,
Yeah.
families that are separated.
Yeah.
If the dad is filing for it, the
Uh-huh.
mom cannot.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to put a kink in the
Yeah.
whole process
Yeah.
where the IRS is going to have to go back
Yeah.
and,
There's
do
gonna
an
be a whole lot of
investigation.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it really doesn't matter if it's applied to the undocumented. If one person got to stay file the same thing, right?
Yes.
Do the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. So let me see if there's anything else. Now I have the number on the screen, so I'm asking the audience, call that number and ask a question if you have. All right. And we're going to run this. I'm going to run this thing for the next 1 week. I'm going to keep running this, so we all can, make some money, get some money, and not make some money, but this is yours. This is your money.
So one thing I will want to add
Okay.
based on what Ms. Olubaju has already established. AFRICOM was established in 2001
Yeah.
as a result of the challenges that the immigrant population are experiencing in the greater Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Some of those challenges include language barrier, immigration advocacy, limitation to seeking for health, health disparity. So all of those challenges, and I think the best advocator is yourself. That is why more than 20 organizations of African and Caribbean came together to form the coalition. And there have been several people who have headed this organization, but currently we have Dr. Eric Eddy, who is from Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast, is the current COO, who is the chief operating officer.
Yeah.
And we have Ms. Inem Olubaju, who is the current program director.
Okay.
And my very self speaking to you now, I am Issa Kuruma. I'm from Sierra Leone, and I am the the shared executive public space coordinator, and I am also a social worker.
Okay.
I am currently doing my master's at Temple University.
Okay.
So I am talking as a social worker and also giving the idea to our people.
So you can go inside on everything that's going on.
Yes.
You
So
could
I am
understand.
here. I
Yeah.
give service to people, direct service. We do cash assistance to people with
Okay.
challenges with rent. We help people
Yeah.
apply for LAIP. We help people apply for SNAP. So we do advocacy. We refer people who have immigration challenges
So
to
there's a whole lot.
private attorneys. So we, for instance, in 2019, we advocated for the year breeders because the city was challenged with making, they said they wanted them to have a specialty license.
Okay.
So we believe hair breeding is something natural that our people brought from Africa.
Yeah.
So we thought they shouldn't have any specialty license. So we advocated and we were able to challenge the city, Philadelphia city license and specialty license, and it is at bay. So imagine that it has helped a whole lot of immigrant people, families who are just doing that hair breeding, and
Wonderful.
so we are doing a lot. So our office is on 6328 Pascal Avenue, Philadelphia.
Okay.
19142. So we want this message to go while and beyond, because we are here at any time.
And that's what the LRT is here for, to make sure we get them. Now let me come back to the wonderful lady sitting here. I know you're talking about the tax credit, right? Mm-hmm. Do people have to pay back?
No,
It's free?
it is free.
So
It's
this-
free funds. This is something that the president brought into law
Okay.
in 2021 to help families because of COVID, the
Oh.
COVID pandemic. So there are so many myths out there, so much misinformation.
Yeah.
I don't want to do my taxes because I have to pay back. I don't work, so how do I get these funds? You don't have to pay taxes on it.
Okay,
It's
you don't have to
absolutely
pay that.
tax-free. It's
Okay.
not taxable at all.
Okay, now can let's go to how do they get the money? Do they get the money? How do you, when you apply, how you get it? Do you get check
yes.
or do you
Yes,
get
Yes, that was the very next thing I was going to talk about. So right now, I used to work at a bank, financial institution. So
Okay.
I will tell people, open up an account. As long as you have a social security number, or even if you don't have one, you can open an account for your child.
Okay.
It will be called a custodial account. But this way, the funds can go into that account. Direct deposit is the most easiest thing ever. So the city of Philadelphia has what they call the low-cost banking accounts, where you would just need your social security number and your ID. That is all you really need to open up an account. They're not going to ask you for anything else but an ID, which is going to show your address on there,
Yeah.
or state ID.
And this is for folks who don't have a bank account, right?
right.
Okay. Now, can you get it as check? It's
You
because
can
some
get
people
it as
usually
a
get
check.
it. Okay.
Yes, it's just going to take a little bit longer.
Okay.
So, something that would have been, okay, let's say maybe a week and a half, it might take maybe 3-4 weeks for
Yeah.
you
Okay.
because of the mail processing.
Okay.
So if you want to open up an account, the minimum is $25 for these low cost accounts. There might be some monthly fees. That's what banks are for, to make money. And the different kind of accounts that have these slow banking accounts is like Bank of America, Chase, Key Bank, PNC, TD Bank, Truist, Wells Fargo, Fulton Bank, and MNT.
Okay. Let me ask you something.
Mhm.
Okay. So, talk about, people have kids, sometimes live half 6 months this way,
Yeah.
live another 6 months the other way. Can you talk to how can both party get qualified, or it's just one person that want to apply for
Only
that?
one person has to apply for
So
it.
if the child live with you for 6 months or 5 months and move to, because the pandemic, people were moving around. Some people, kids were living with them for 6 months. The mom caught the COVID. They had to take them from there, take them somewhere
Right.
else. That person got to be, how to be taking care of
The
them.
other child.
So this only apply to the first place, whosoever is
No.
applying for the child.
Whosoever is applying for the child can claim the child, and howsoever they want to go and like split it between them, that's up to them. Nobody's going to ask you what you're doing with your money. This money is all yours, whatever you want to do, but only one person can claim it, irrespective of like, oh, okay, mommy had the child, then mommy had to give the child to grandma. If mom wants to like file the taxes
Okay.
and claim the child, then yes, and then
That's
she
what I
can
was coming
give.
to. You just answer
Right.
the question. So if grandma take care of the child, grandma can file for the child, right? Or mommy, obviously it got to be one person
One
filing for the
person.
child.
One person. Yes.
Except when the child is separated and live with this person and legally for a long time or something like that, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, so let me see what else I'm waiting to see if folks will call in, because we have the number. I know this was just abrupt, because the information I got is this is really juicy, So I'm like, what, I have to do something. So we will work with you guys, and I'm gonna run this all week
Okay.
to make sure folks get the information.
So can you share it with us?
I already shared that on the African something. If you check there, you see it.
Okay.
I shared that there already, and people are watching. I'm following, and a lot of folks are watching already, and we will keep coming back and running it all week. All right.
So
So is there anything else that you guys think that we need to give
Well,
out?
I will say like for the earned income tax credit, which is also up here,
Okay. Yeah.
is on this one.
Yeah.
You can see.
Yeah.
Like I have a daughter.
Where can we find it? No, wait, when you say on African.
Oh, you just go there to. I've just posted. Yeah, keep
Okay. So there's also an earned income tax credit. For individuals. Like I know I told my kid, I was like, oh yeah, you can qualify for this, Unfortunately, she couldn't because there's like a different category for each individual. So like if you are between 17 to 24, let me see, what was that again?
Okay.
There's certain qualifications for the earned income. So I know like some kids might want to, do that. Let me see, what was it? My daughter, if you are a student and not 24 years old yet,
Okay.
you don't qualify for the earned income credit
Okay.
tax.
All right. Okay.
Tax credit, I mean to say.
Okay.
The EITC.
Okay.
But right now, AFRICOM is just like Mr. Issa was saying. We are also telling our people to please be careful with COVID.
Yes. Okay.
You know, that 1 minute they will say, oh, the city of Philadelphia says nobody can wear, that has to wear mask anymore.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So yeah, that's one thing we keep running that, and we have a couple of flyers too. We keep putting out and letting folks to know you gotta follow the health protocol.
Right.
All right, that's
More like
very
protect
important.
yourself. There's
Yeah.
only one life to live.
It's very important
Yeah,
that we
it's
all
very, very
all do that.
important. So
Yeah.
it's like you want to protect yourself, you know, wash your hands. I tell people to wash their face as well because you don't know what is settling on you. But yes, so
Okay.
we have something here called Operation Stop COVID.
yeah.
This is AFRICOM zone.
Okay.
So Operation Stop COVID,
See that?
right there.
Yeah.
Please wear your mask.
All right. So it was nice being here, and to the audience, if those of you who just coming in, or if you watch the video, there's a number on there. You want to store that number, you can call and you can ask question, and the guys will be able to answer all your questions concerning the tax credit. We're going to come up with another video, and I'm going to bring that. We're going to run that. So African is going to be collaborating with us. They're going to be working with us 100%, and we're going to be bringing everything we can, all the information, the necessary information. They do a lot of things. We're going to furnish you guys with all the different information you need. So again, we want to say thank you for watching, and I want to ask Mr. I'm bad his name.
Isa.
Mr. Isa. Mr. Isa, do you have anything else you want to say?
Well,
You want to say before?
I just want to say thank
before
you.
we can hold on 1 second.
Talk about the soccer.
Okay.
I want to just say thank you for coming into our office and exploring the numerous activities that we deliver to our community in Southwest Philadelphia and beyond. Basically, the Greater Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And,
let me stop you right there, okay? But the problem we're having in Philadelphia, and that's why you see we're pushing this network. There are a lot of things that happen in Philadelphia. People feel that only Southwest Philly. So the folks outside of Southwest Philly, they don't get the information. There are folks that are in the Northeast, they don't come on this side. So anything that have to do with Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia, is applied to the greater Northeast and all of that. And people don't get the information. So this office is very good. When you talk about the Delaware County, they reach out to us. We have all the information you need. So the folks over there benefit, you know what I mean? So it's a good thing that we're here. So let me give you the chance to talk. And I want you to talk more about the Northeast area too, you know, that this information is for everybody.
Yes, so
Okay.
basically, if I'm not mistaken, AFRICOM has moved, I think this is the third location. It used to be on Baltimore Avenue.
Okay.
But the reason for its movement is as a result of the predominant of where the immigrant population is
Okay.
located.
Alright.
So in Southwest Philadelphia,
Yeah, it's more-
within this axis, you have a lot of immigrants and small business owners.
Business traveling, yeah, business living too.
Yes. So
Yeah.
now we have realized that, just like you have stated, there are a whole lot of small business owners in the northeast of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So it's a small organization, but
Yeah.
we are doing big things.
Yeah.
So we are planning to establish a satellite office in the northeast,
Yeah.
and most of our activities are being also done in the northeastern part, in the northeast. And one example I will cite to you is during the census, and we made a huge impact because we know our people are very difficult to reach out, because we are losing a lot of money because people do not because they don't accept to be counted, because if they count you, if you are undocumented, they're gonna deport you.
Yeah.
So all those information is making us lose a lot of money, because when we get the number of people that live in a specific geographical area,
Yeah.
it determines how much the federal government is going to give help, because it will be able to know the number of old people living there, the number of children living there. So we did a good job in reaching our people to let them be counted. Even though the COVID-19 impacted that process. But as an African organization, we are in the Northeast. We are fifth on only in Philadelphia, not only located in Southwest.
Everywhere in Philadelphia.
This is our spring, but this is our springboard. But we expand beyond Southwest Philadelphia. We expand beyond Delaware County. I live in Delaware County, but I work in Philadelphia. So even recently, we expand our campaign, tax credit campaign to Yadin Burov. We distributed flyers there. So we are, doing our own very best so that we can reach our people. So we are here, and there are big plans for this organization. Nobody is going to make this a big dream, but all of us. It doesn't mean Dr. Eddie, doesn't mean Ms. Olobaju or myself only.
We all got to get involved.
We all, and now we are looking for somebody who is an African, who is, an expert in digital literacy. So because we want to hire somebody who will put our systems together, so that we'll be able. So we are looking. So if you know anybody who has computer knowledge, we are looking to hire somebody that will, even part-time, that will be working in putting, taking care of the, the media, the social media, then also the digital part of the organization.
So that's very good. That's where we come in, and we will partner with you guys. We got a whole lot to offer. So we want to say thank you for coming in, and let me come back to the beautiful lady. And if you have anything else to say before we shut it down.
Well, it's just like Mr. Issa said, we really appreciate this opportunity to bring this information to our people. We live in a very oral community. Back home, everything is through oral history. Here is the same thing as well. When you go into the store, what do you see? Hello, brother. Hello, sister. And we start talking. That is how we function day to day. We want this to be a successful campaign. We want our people to know what is out there. This information is very important for all of us. So, if you have children, if you have sisters, if you have brothers, people in church, please tell them that this money, these funds are available. The thing that I say, how we say it when we're going out to the community, whether it's a barbershop, a Jamaican restaurant, a Haitian restaurant, the Dominican hair salon, the sisters that are braiding hair, whether it's Sister Fatu, Sister Mati, we tell them, please, claim it or lose it. You don't want to lose your money. Because the federal government will not come and knock on your door. You hear me, Sibi? They'll not come and knock on your door.
That's true.
Come and get your money. So that is why we are here knocking on the door. Please file your taxes. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call 215-600-9275. Ask for A&M and we'll talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.